Yo, what's up team? I'm back in the building bringing y'all that real review, and that's for real. If you're new to the channel, let me explain how I get down with my reviews. I give 2 grades in my reviews. I give you guys a critic grade and I give you guys an audience experience grade. With that being said, let's get into this review of Jurassic World Falling Kingdom. Let's talk about this story. This movie takes place 3 years after the dinosaurs took over Jurassic World, baby. They're on the island living it up. They living good. They living peaceful. But there's an issue. There's a volcano in the center of that island, and that shit's ready to erupt. So we find some humans are trying to fight for these dinosaur rights. We got some cats out there saying things like, the dinosaurs are living creatures, and we must go to this island and save every last one of these motherfreaking species because, yeah, we did kind of play God, but they're here now, and we gotta keep them. And there's other people saying, freak that shit. Y'all's out there playing God, and now history is repeating itself, baby. Let that natural disaster happen. So we find a character by the name of Miles comes to Claire, who's played by Bryce Howard, and he says, you know the island better than I do. Help me get a team so we can go and save some of these species of dinosaurs and put them on this new island we found, which doesn't have a volcano, but I'm pretty sure it can have hurricanes. But anyway, it doesn't have a volcano, but we can save some of these dinosaurs. So she goes and she finds her boy Owen, who's played by Chris Pratt, and they go to this island to save these dinosaurs. However, there's always a twist and a schemer involved with rescuing dinosaurs. That's the movie, y'all. Now, I'm not gonna say too much, I don't wanna ruin it, but that's the movie. Story, what do I think about the story? I have mixed emotions with this story because I see the creativity in it, but I also see the cliche in it. And that's what hurts it. This is a weak story, very cliche, but it has redeeming qualities for the type of movie they were running that I kind of never seen before, but I've seen before. You know what I'm saying? So it's all cliche, but it was rehashed cliche situations with this script. Let me explain. The whole saving the dinosaurs and shit, that stuff is played out. I'm tired of it. You always got these troopers that got guns and tranquilizers going to the island and juicing up these dinosaurs to take them and do this with them and create this with them and make new species and all that. I've seen it. I heard it before. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. It is it's killing me right now. But there were redeeming qualities in this movie, which I thought we haven't really seen in the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World film since Jurassic Park 1 and 2, The Lost World. And that's the horror factor. There's horror elements in this movie that get you at the edge of your seats. Now, I've seen this in 4DX, all that shit, all that good IMAX shit, and there were good elements to it that they were throwing in. But when I go to visuals, I'm gonna explain why most of it didn't hit. But I see where they were going with it. Let's make this kind of like a horror movie. Let's keep the basics and let's make it horror so we can see a little bit more fear in these characters. And I got that. And I appreciate that. But the script was so weak and bland with some of the characters and the ideas. It was like, what's going on? What is this? It's always some rich dude sending broke niggas to do his job. That's whack. I'm good. I thought the script was weak. Let's talk about the cast and characters. Bryce Howard came back as Claire, and when I saw her in part 1 in Lost World, I didn't like her character. I didn't like her costume design. I hated that hairstyle. I was like, ugh, this is ugly. The makeup she was wearing was whack. The clothes she was wearing was whack. Her character was whack. She was on this island full of dinosaurs but didn't know anything about dinosaurs. It's like, what the freak? How you running? Sounds like a corporation with these movie businesses right now. You got this head honcho that don't even know movies. Same thing. She didn't know about these motherfucking dinosaurs. So I'm like, why is she even here, bro? She's weak. But this time around, I loved her. I was intrigued with her. She was believable this time around. It was like she redeemed herself with me. She wasn't stupid. She was smarter. She was a hero. She had a better costume design. She looked more natural. My gosh. The first time around, she looked made up and dolled up. She was ugly. Like, ugh, take that shit off. But this time around, I got to see that nice red hair of hers, those freckles, and them beautiful blue eyes, and that thick waist she got. She's thick. I was liking what I saw. I was like, oh my gosh, she looked good this time around. Oh, movie magic, baby. They do it. They can make you look bad, and they can show your natural beauty, and be like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. She's cute. She's beautiful. I like this. It works. She looked believable this time around. She cared. It worked. I liked her this time around. I like Chris Pratt time around. He played Owen in part 1. He was a douchebag, know-it-all, egotistic, in the way, training rap. I'm like, man, shut up, dog. Freak you, dog. This time around, I liked him. He was more grounded, more down to earth. He was like a real person. He trained these dinosaurs. He knew them. He wasn't on that cocky sheet. He was just him. A cool guy. He knew when to be serious, when to be a hero, when to be a not a lover, but show love. And it worked. And I dug every bit of it. It was really cool seeing it. It was like a breath of fresh air with those two characters. They had great chemistry this time around that they didn't have in part 1, to me. And I really dug it. I enjoyed them for the most part. I really enjoyed them. Bryce kept me going in the movie. She had certain elements where I seen fear in her eyes. Now, a lot of practical effects don't exist in these movies nowadays. So for me to see certain looks on her face, I believed it. I was like, okay, I like that. I like this. This works. I was digging her this time around. I really was. And I have to say, moving forward, she need to do more movies where she show her natural beauty. Freak all that makeup sheet. She's very cute. She's a beautiful woman. Show that sheet. Show it. Real talk. Now, let's talk about the music. The music was I was sitting there listening to that shit. I was like, God damn, this is weak. This is whack. It was like they were trying to mix some Star Wars in it with a little bit of Jurassic Park, with a little bit of Superman theme in that shit, talking about Christopher Reeves, and a little bit of Halloween. Like, you can feel like it was all over the place. Music was not steady, did not go well with this movie at all. At all. Not knocking the man's talent. Who did the music? Michael Giacchino? I think that's how you say his name. I hope I said it right. It was bad. I didn't like his music in this movie. It felt rushed. It felt unorganized. Wasn't memorable at all. I'll go visual, then directing. Visuals were okay, but whack in most parts. When you watch the movies in IMAX, you see everything. And some dinosaurs didn't look complete. They look whack. I'll say it and I'll say it again. Some of these movies need practical effects. You need these dinosaurs there because it makes it feel realistic. CG creatures don't make it feel realistic, especially their behaviors and how their movements and what they do. It really feels whack. And you can tell in some scenes it was CG and it didn't feel organic. It felt forced, and I didn't like it. The visuals weren't as good as they should have been for what, almost $200 million budget. The visuals were trash compared to that money. That's some weak shit, and I wasn't digging the visuals at all. The directing, however, what he was doing with that script with the horror parts, I dug it. I got a horror feel from it, but I didn't like the CG because it killed the horror effect for me. The directing was cool, but it killed certain elements to me because I was like, fuck, what is this? Why are you doing that? Okay, here we go again. Oh, look at that, looks bad. Oh, crap. You know what I mean? Things like that, and it really killed it for me. What are the entertainment, baby? The entertainment was okay. I was entertained because of Chris and Bryce. I wasn't even entertained because of the dinosaurs, y'all. I ain't lying. I was more intrigued with those two characters I was liking where they were going. I was worried, are they gonna get together at the end of the movie? What's gonna happen? Is this gonna play into play? Are they gonna take this? Are they gonna? I was more intrigued with those two characters' development than the dinosaurs. I didn't care about the dinosaurs because the dinosaurs didn't feel real to me. They felt humanized. If that makes sense. They didn't feel like animals to me. They didn't. They didn't feel like animals. There's a scene. I don't want to ruin anything, but there's a scene of a stampede in the beginning of the movie where dinosaurs. You've seen the trailer where they're all running, and you've seen the trailer where I forget the name of the dinosaur because of the horn. I can't think of it. He has these stubby hands, bro. And first thing he thinks is, because these dinosaurs, some have small brains, and first thing they think of is eat or destroy, kill. And then at the end of the movie, the same dinosaur is running alongside with the other dinosaurs, and I'm like, where's the education factor in this movie? It really throws it off for me. But I was very entertained with the movie. It kept me going, but the dinosaurs were just so bland. It was like, he ain't lying. And I say it and I say it again. Here we go again. We have another script written by people who don't know anything about dinosaurs, because the dinosaurs' behaviors show throughout this movie. And it's like, why? I can't get with this shit. But I was entertained, by the dinosaurs. Pros and cons, what I did and I did not like about the movie. What I didn't like about the movie, I can't really say because it'll ruin the film for you. But let's just say, I'm tired of seeing certain dinosaurs, y'all. Enough said. Fuck! Stop using them niggas! Give me something new. Alright, let's give a grade. What do I think about this movie on an audience experience? I was entertained. The audience was mildly entertained, though. It was crazy. Like, they were just looking, paying attention. They were trying to feel, I think, what I was trying to feel. I give the audience experience a C+. It's a C+. People were not chuckling. People wasn't in, oh my God. People wasn't invested in it. And mildly because the dinosaurs wasn't made to be invested in too. This is a dinosaur movie and we didn't care anything about the dinosaurs. They try to make us care. We care more about the humans. What do I give this movie as a critic? I give this movie as a critic a D+. The script was bad. The visual wasn't completed. The acting was really cool. However, it's cliche story and it doesn't give you anything. You leave this movie like you've been in church for 15 hours. You ready to get the fuck out. Doesn't give you much at all. He ain't lying. Very repetitive. It's the same thing all the time, and it's not being executed properly. It's not. It's not even like, oh my God, what am I looking at? It's like, okay, this nigga gonna eat him. I know how he's gonna die. Where that dinosaur come from? Okay, yeah, that's so. Critic D+. Got nothing from the movie. Damn. It hurts me to my core to say that because I'm a Jurassic Park fan, y'all. I love Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park so much. I wanted to be a paleontologist. I wanted to be an archaeologist. I was outside scraping up dirt looking for dinosaur bones. I really love dinosaurs. And when you see these movies and the people that write them have no clue what dinosaurs are, and how the science behind their behavior exists, and they don't even use it. They use what they believe instead of somewhat of facts. It really kills it. It kills the effect. But that's all I got, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the Real and the Real, doing that's for real. Thumbs this video up if you're all about that real life, and subscribe to J3 Entertainment if you're about that real life. Shout out to Team J3. We 15,000 subscribers deep and this train is moving. Let's get to that 1 million subscriber spot, baby. J3 out.